Hi there, I'm Sarah from Great Days by Sarah, and today I'm going to take us through a full body workout, no equipment needed, but you're more than welcome to incorporate weights if you'd like to. There's a couple exercises that do make it more challenging when you're holding and using the weights. Let's get warmed up, we'll talk more about it. Let's start with an easy sway, twisting on that opposite foot, starting to move through your shoulders, move through your hips. Not necessarily regulating your breath, but just starting to lengthen it. Bigger inhales, bigger exhales. Reach it side over the top. Tapping that toe. Add the hamstring curl. Kick it back. Pull with your elbows straight towards the back. Start to engage through your upper back and your core. Tighten those abs, belly button towards your spine. It's a HIIT style workout today, so high intensity interval training. Don't let the high intensity scare you away. Pull your knees up, twist it out. It's 30 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest, 6 times through for each block. And then we change our exercises and change what we're doing. Last one each way. Stand out wide, give me a good star pose, reaching one hand down towards your opposite foot, and then back up. Switch it out. Knees stay straight here, so just reach as far as you can. Maybe it's shin, maybe it's just your knee, maybe it's all the way to the floor. Excellent, last one each side. And then we'll keep that wide stance, send your hips one way, and then the other. We'll come back to this side lunge today. We're going to incorporate a balance to it. So just start to feel some warmth through your inner thigh. Sitting your hips back like you have a tiny chair behind you. And making sure your feet stay facing forward. As always, do what feels good for your body. You want to challenge yourself, but of course know your limits. Get water when you need to. Try to do so on your breaks. So have it nearby. Let's get started. I'm gonna grab my timer. Our first one is going to be a squat with a curl and a press. Here's where you can incorporate your weights. Squat, curl, and press. I'm not going to use weights today. I'm just gonna really engage through my biceps as I curl and press through my shoulders as I extend. Here we go, let's take off. Tabata timer is going. We got 30 seconds. It's a squat, curl, press. Squat, low, curl, press. Sink your hips back on the squat. Weight is in your heels. As you extend up, extend tall. We have 2 exercises this first block, so we'll switch it. 2, 1, coming out. We have a plank hand walk. You can do this from your feet or from your knees, and it's looking like this. We walk our hand out, out, in. We switch the hand that leads. Out, out, in. There's our timer. Join me when you're ready. Out, out, in. So it doesn't matter if you're in the full plank or you're in the modified. When you bring your hands in, your wrists are directly underneath your shoulders. And walk them out as far as you feel comfortable. Keeping their core tight. We're back up on our feet in 3, 2, 1, come on up. Right back through that squat, curl, press. So we have 3 times through this first block. Set up your squat. Ankles underneath hips. Get ready to get low. Sink it low. Maybe fingertips even touch the floor. More cardio, pick up your pace. Or add the jump, only if you're not using weights, please. You're almost there. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Finish that rep, and then you're right down onto the mat. Plank and walkouts. If you're in the modification, make sure you keep your hips tucked under. So your modified plank isn't here, it's here. Walk out, walk in, switch the hand that leads. I'm keeping a straight line from my knees up to the top of my head. Tucking my tailbone under. Trying to limit the sway, side to side. And of course, I'm breathing. One, stand it up. One more time through, then we break and we move on. Set up, spread those toes. Feel all four corners of your feet ground down. Big breath, and we take off. Sink low, intentional curl and press. As you press, keep your elbows tugged in, with or without weights. I apologize for my arms going way out of camera. I have very long limbs. But you know where they're going. They're just going straight above my shoulders. Final 5 here. Time, finish it out. Last time down. We go into that plank. If you want to challenge yourself and try a couple from your feet, try a couple from your feet. Maybe your feet are a little bit wider to stabilize you. And then just walk it out a tiny bit, tiny bit. Walk it in, walk it in. Switch the hand, that goes first. So it's not about speed here, it's more about can you keep your hips, I say still-ish. There'll be some sway. As women, we hold our weight in our hips, so it makes it even harder to stay still. Relax it. 30 seconds, stand it up. This next one will be an easy switch. We're on our feet the whole time. You're going into a side lunge with a balance. So it will look like this. We'll side lunge, balance. We stick to the same lunge, same leg for 30 seconds, and then we switch legs, and we just bounce back and forth between right and left. You can mirror me or just choose your stronger leg first. If you're not doing the balance, just step it in. So you're still engaging through your inner thighs, but you're just not quite lifting it up for that balance. So this is our second block. Once again, 6 times through. So we'll go 3 times each leg. And same exact time, 30 seconds on, 15 off, rest it, shake it out, just don't sit down. And then we'll go to the other leg. Keeping in mind, take a wide step out and sit your hips back for that lunge. Wide step out, I sink low, either pop to my balance or I push to step it in. Keeping your chest upright, so you're not bending over that front leg. One side is usually easier than the other, and that's okay. Time. So that's our first time through. We got 3 total. For the second one, I want to challenge you to get deeper in that lunge. So you're going back to your first side, getting ready to step out, and think, can I sink lower with my hip? So it doesn't mean you drop your chest lower. It means you drop your hip further back. I say a kindergarten chair behind you, but that's probably a little unrealistic for each of us. So maybe picture like a kindergarten table behind you that your glute could sit on gently. Time. Other side. Same challenge. Sink low in that hip. Low in your leg. And find the balance or not. The balance is just kind of a bonus. Step it out. Lunge deep. Find the balance or not. Step it in. Make sure all 10 toes are facing forward each and every time they're on the mat. So this foot is not turned out, it's not turned in. It's protecting your knee joint. For 3, 2, and 1. Final time through. Now can you pick up your pace or do something different? So maybe you add the balance. Maybe you add a twist at the top. Step it up a little bit, whatever that means for you. Maybe that means your step is just out further. I'm gonna add the twist. Add a little core to this. Exhaling as I press up and squeeze. Final time through this side. You got 3, 2, and 1. Now do the same thing you did on that side on the last side. So if you added the twist, add the twist this side. If you just picked up your pace, pick up your pace. 3, 2, 1, step it out. Add what you need. So strong, all the way through. We don't stop till we hear that final ding. 2, 1, time. Relax it, grab some water. Our next block is gonna be fully on the mat. We're doing some bridge walkouts. And then laying on our belly for some lat pull downs. So I'll show you this one and then I'll show you a modification. You're gonna lift up, toes stay down, just the upper body lifts. That's not in the cards for you. You're here, pulling down, accentuating that pull. On your back, but first, we're doing bridges. First one, we'll just lift and lower. Lift and lower, nice and slow, nice and controlled, not fully resting in between. Just starting to engage through your glutes, through your hamstrings. Legs in the shape of a number 11. 2, 1, flip it over. If you're flipping over, glue your heels together, press your toenails down, legs stay on the floor, gaze goes down, arms go straight out, and here it is, it's just the upper body. We lift, we pull, extend, pull. Or extend, rest. Lift, pull, extend, pull, or add the break in between. What do you need? Really pulling your elbows down towards the side of your back, working those muscles without weights. 2, 1, flip it over. This time we're gonna walk our feet out in this bridge. So we start the exact same way. We start high in our bridge, and then we do what we did with our hands in the plank. We walk one foot out, walk the other one out, walk in, walk in. So we walk out, in, switch which one leads. So start slow and start with a tiny step. And then each time, can you grow your step a little bigger, but still keeping your hips lifted? So this one's also working glutes and hamstrings. 2, 1, relax it. Flip it over or come up to your knees if you're not going on your belly today. Change what you need, challenge how you need to grow. Reach out, eyes down, we lift, pull. If you can lift, and then extend with a hover, extend with a hover. It's only 30 seconds. If you need that break, take that break, and then go right back up. Glue your feet down. Accentuate that pull. Excellent. Flip it on over one more time. Keep that bridge or do the walkouts, whatever you felt more through the back side of your body. I'm sticking with the walkout. Heels start close, hips go high. Walk, walk, back in, switch. Walk, walk, back in, back in. Hips stay high and off the mat the whole time. If the walkout becomes too challenging, just hold the bridge or lift and lower the bridge. Lots of options. Time, flip it over. One last time for our pull downs. Very intentional in this pull, working through these lats, these strong muscles through our back. Gaze stays down. Arms lift up, we pull. Extend. Pull on the exhale, extend on the inhale. So good, so strong, you're almost there. Hug those feet towards each other. Two, one, relax it, send it back. Find a child's pose just for a beat. Sending those hips towards your heels. Stretching out through your lower back and then roll up nice and slow. Last block. All it is a walkout into a plank. You can add the push-up if you'd like to, and then walk it back in. And we have 6 rounds, so you have lots of room to vary it. We start in the back of our space. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Walk your hands out, so into a plank or modified. Walk your hands back in. Every single time you stand tall, tuck your hips. Walk it out. Plank, you may add the push-up. Walk back in, stand up tall. You can go for speed. You can go super slow and work your core more. 3, 2, 1. Finish the rep you're on. Stand it up. So we got 5 more opportunities to grow in this one. Choose what you'd like. I'm gonna go for speed this time, no push-up. 2, 1. We take off. I come out, I hit the plank, I pause just for a second, and then I'm right back in. Notice I'm bending my knees a lot coming down. So it doesn't need to be a full hamstring stretch every time. It's more about the walk out, the walk in. 5, can you get in one more? Time. Excellent, that's 2. This time I'm gonna go a little slower. I'm gonna add a push-up every single time. 2, 1. Join me or do what you can for this move. As I modify my push-up, my hips stay low. I go all the way down to my mat if you're capable of that. If not, do a tiny push-up. Do a half push-up. Anything you choose is going to get you stronger. One, time. All right, you're halfway through. We got 3 more to go. Heart rate should be getting up a little bit. That's our goal. This is like our finisher. Think what you're going to do. 3, 2, 1. Then we go do it. This time I'm gonna combine my speed and my push-up, doing a push-up every other one. I'm gonna hug my knee or hug my elbows in to my rib cage for a tricep push-up. One, time. Excellent job. You got 2 more to go. Then we do a quick stretch. You're done for the day. Heart rate's too high. Try to hold in the plank. So if your heart rate is up there and you're like, I can't move anymore, hold in the plank, hold in the modified plank, still get something out of this 30 seconds. And just like that, we're down to 10. 3, 2, 1, finish it. And you got 1 to go. You can do this. You showed up for a reason today. Self-care looks very different for a lot of people, and this is ours today, taking care of your physical and mental body. Here it is, last 30 seconds of work. What can you give me that you didn't give me the last few rounds? Is it speed? Is it strength? Maybe it's both. Check in with your core. Make sure it's engaged, especially when you're out in that plank. Less than 10. Here comes 3, all the way to that final ding. Ding, ding, ding. We're gonna stay standing since our heart rate is a little elevated. We're gonna find that sway, side to side, just like we started with. But this time we are gonna emphasize that breath. In through your nose, out through your mouth. And that heart rate come down. One more big inhale. And exhale. Find your way into stillness. Kick one foot out in front and just tip your hips back. So I'll show you from the side. So it's a hamstring stretch. My back is straight. And just go as far as you need to. If you feel it here, great. If you feel it here, stop. If you can go all the way down but keep your back flat, that's where I want you. Simply rise up, kick it out, other leg. Once again, sink your hips back. So that leg that's kicked out, you're pulling that hip back, flattening your back, flexing your foot towards your face. And then stand up, we'll go quad stretch, hold that invisible lamppost or your real solid wall or something near you. Breathe. Find a drishti, that one focus spot that's not moving. Knees go together, tailbone tucks under. Pull your heel towards your glute. And switch. Find the balance, then pull your knee in close. Find your invisible lamppost. Pulling this heel in towards your glute, sending your tailbone down, feeling that stretch through your hip flexor and through your awesome quadricep in the front of your leg. And then we'll find that side lunge once again. Side lunge here, if you can come all the way down into Skandasana, like we would in yoga, not rocking back, but keeping up on it, you can find Skandasana. If you're like, that's hilarious, Sarah, stay up. Stay up. Find the, you're going for the stretch in your inner thigh. And then we'll switch over the other side. Stay up, or send it down. Skandasana. In Skandasana, in a best case scenario world, your foot is flat, your heel is down. This foot is facing the sky. And then wherever you are, have a seat. Bring your feet together. Instead of pulling them in close today, let's make a diamond so your feet come out a little bit. You'll run out of camera space here. So toes touch, heels touch. Sit up tall. Then as you fold forward, press your knees down like you would do in a traditional butterfly, but with a different angle. And then think nose or forehead more likely towards your heels. They meet, congratulations. Mine will not come close today, and that's okay. Just find the stretch. Find your relaxation. And then sit up tall. You can keep your legs like this or find a comfortable seat. Reach your arms behind you. Work your pinkies towards each other. Maybe they touch, maybe they don't. Open up through your shoulders, open up through your chest. Let your rib cage splay out, so no abdominal control. which you'll rarely hear me say. Gaze up if you're inside where your ceiling meets your wall. If it feels good, look straight up. For most of us, it doesn't at the end of a workout, so do what feels good here. One more big breath, open up through your chest, and then relax it. We'll do one more big inhale together. Inhale, arms come up, overhead, maybe even look up, hands come right to heart center. I love thanking all of you for showing up. I encourage you to do the same. It is not easy to carve out some self-care time. I'm glad you did this with me today. Let me know what you think in the comments and what you'd like to see in the future. Namaste. Go have a great day.